What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining me for the Daily Horoscope. It is Tuesday, September 8th, 2020. Brian here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Thank you so much for joining me. First off, I might lose power this week and maybe often for the next, who knows. I live in California and we have fire problems out here. So, definitely thoughts and prayers go out to anybody affected by fires in California. But, just because I don't show up here doesn't mean that I'm not trying to do the work. It's just California likes to shut people's power off for precaution now. So kind of just how it might be for me for the next few months when fire season really ramps up here. So I hope it doesn't happen. But if it does, that's likely why I'm not continuing to put out a video every day. So anyways. Let's jump into the horoscope today. We got the moon finishing up in Taurus. It's going to be going through those later degrees, and it's going to be trining over to Saturn, of course, today. So there's definitely this, I want to say, this positivity emotionally to where, doors are opening, where we're not so restricted with the emotions that we want to feel that are going to bring us really what we want to, the goodness. The moon in Taurus wants all the goodness. It wants the good food. It wants the comfortable bed. It wants the comfortable shirt. It just wants to feel good. It wants top tier everything. So, and this is Saturn here kind of like, okay, it's time to get what you want in this reality. It's time to, emotionally have the structure you want. So I think today, it is this opening where the moon's been making these good aspects the last couple days to like go get what you want. And the moon's going to transit into Gemini today, where it is going to make a sextile to Venus. That was a lovely line. But yeah, so sextile to Venus. So again, I think emotionally we're getting a lot of the value that we want, whether it's in relationships, but it's got to have that king or queen energy with Venus in Leo. It's got to be, again, top notch. So again, this brings up like the question of like relationships and people in your life and your values. It's got to be king, queen level to feel good right now. Like if you're not giving yourself the ultimate, you're going to feel like it. You're going to know it. And, this is a good aspect to where if you do emotionally have value for the people in your life or for the beauty of the life or even the physical things, and this has to do with money too, you're going to know and you're going to have, the universe is going to open up doors for you. And if you're not, though, it's going to let you know. The sextiles and the trines aren't always harmonious. Sometimes they do have to snap you one way or another into alignment, but, usually it's a little bit easier. You don't have to take as much action as a square. So, it's a time to, and the moon in Gemini wants to figure out the right emotion too. So I think it does give us this figuring out of what we want with relationships and values and money. And then we got Mercury here moving along in Libra. So again, this is a lot of weighing things out, a lot of thinking, a lot of, figuring out. But the thing is the moon's also going to trine, late tonight, early tomorrow morning. It's going to trine over to Mercury in Libra. So there's this aspect of like, we got to figure out what we want, but we can't weigh the options out too much. We got to make a decision. Like Mercury in Libra kind of, it can not want to just like make a decision. It could really spend too much time, negotiating or trying to figure out what the best option is or making everything fair. It's like, that's good, make things fair, but if things, just you got to make the call and you got to go towards the emotional truth and what you really want in your emotional environment and the people that you want to keep around you. So there are big decisions, but they're, kind of harmonious aspects to where it's just going to kind of be clear. It's not going to be too harsh, but it'll be clear and you're still going to have to make a decision. I think today's a big day. It is still about the purity here with the sun in Virgo. So we are trying to, be of service and like tidy things up in our life and get ready for this change and this harvest and this new season. When Virgo season's over, like it's halfway through the astrological year. We come into Libra and it's halfway through. So it is kind of this end to the first half of the season and like the second half of the season starting, and it's going to make good aspects to Jupiter. So the sun's starting to make good aspects here. It is about grounding, and it is about opening up the big doors to the reality that you want by making the changes and being in that pure space of heart within yourself to, make big decisions, weigh things out, but at the same time be decisive for what gives you the ultimate value and, what keeps you stimulated. The moon in Gemini wants to be stimulated. So again, it's like what the value is, but is it stimulating? And, it's going to bring up questions like that. So, yeah, it's a lot of that. What's an interesting aspect that's taken place is, we do have Lilith that moved in to Taurus. So there is a lot of that, like, you kind of just gotta go get what gives you the ultimate value. Like, there's no more like second guessing. Like, you just know, and you're just gonna do it, and you're not gonna settle for less with Lilith there. So, use that Lilith energy. And then also Uranus here at 10 degrees is making a 45-degree angle to the north node. And then, anyways, I didn't know that the line wouldn't go through the circle. I just learned that. But anyways, it is making this 45-degree semi-square to the north node. So it's interesting. That's an interesting aspect with people. It's like, if people in your life aren't giving you that value that you deserve, or that you need, and also the way you value people in your life or other people in general, just the collective, it's like you got to be curious and ask yourself why. Why don't they deserve value? Or why aren't they giving you value that you deserve? It can bring up a lot of questions where you kind of have to take action and innovate ways to bring the value into your circle, your community, your environment, the people around you. And it's like, again, if people aren't stimulating you in a good way, if they're stimulating you in a negative way, I think that it's pretty clear you're going to know what to do. But, Uranus can be it can be electric. So again, it's almost like if you're not getting the electricity and the value with people and it's just dull, or if they're, it's okay to move people out of your life because it'll bring new ones in. But, it's something like if people are too stuck in their beliefs and aren't willing to, innovate a new world with you, it's going to feel weird. And that's just kind of been going on for a while now, but it kind of caught my eye today for this horoscope. And then, we have the sun here, which is really starting to get ready to make the opposition. I can do a better line than that. That'll do. The sun opposing Neptune. Things can be really blurry. Things can start to fog up if you're not getting the reality and opening up the spiritual doors and the real doors in your life. I think Neptune's been making such nice aspects and harmonious aspects, and it's kind of in this place now where things are going to get a little foggy. You got to go towards what feels real, but at the same time, you got to look deep within yourself and find those sensitive emotions and kind of ask yourself the question of, do these emotions belong in my reality or not? Am I making my reality a dream, or am I making it a nightmare, or am I just completely ignoring reality? It's a foggy place, but again, it is making the sextile to Jupiter, which is also trining the sun. So it is this the spiritual connection to reality right now is like this ultimate door and this ultimate gift, but you have to be willing to see it and feel it in that unique kind of way where you're not like bypassing reality, but you're dealing with it from a higher perspective. Overall, I was going to switch screens, but I'm not on the chart. Overall, it's just kind of one of those days where there's a lot to figure out, I think. But, there's this value of having the best right now and keeping the best around you and in being curious about what could be and not getting stuck in things that bring you down. It's kind of like uplift. It is that purity here with the sun in Virgo, but it's also like the purity to have the courage to, make changes in your life that are going to be better. Virgo is mutable. It's mutable earth. It definitely wants to make changes to your reality. It wants to start the new season. So, it's like we got to start the new season, but we got to start it with passion. Venus in Leo it's the courage to have the love that you desire. It's the passion to have the values that are going to take you to the top, to the throne, if you will. So, we got to get our emotions there, and Saturn's kind of letting you get in today. So, and it is the last day before Mars goes retrograde. So it's like the more you can get that deep understanding and value within, and the more you can like find your heart and live in that purity of your heart, the better you're going to be for this Mars retrograde, because it's going to throw wrenches in everybody's plan, like at some point over the next 3 months. It really is. And it's going to be squaring Saturn the whole time. So this is a great day to just get really deep within yourself, feel good, find the self-worth, the value that you deserve, the relationships, the value in those two, just everything around you in your environment. It's a great day to make the changes, and don't weigh them out too much with Mercury and Libra. Like, just make the decision for what's the best for you right now, and you're going to know it. So it's like, you can talk yourself out of it or weigh things out too much, but you know what you need and what's going to feel the best. Card for the day is the King of Swords reversed. Yeah, I don't understand why we would want to weigh things out too much and not make the decision that's the best for us, that's going to take us to the throne. Don't do that. You got to have the courage to make the call right now. Like I said, Mars goes retrograde tomorrow. Don't get stuck in a situation that's going to have you feeling like you're not getting the best in life, and like that you don't know. You just kind of, it's like you do know, and you've gotten all the signs, all the signals, and are you going to pretend like you aren't getting those like downloads? Because you are. Like, come on, don't fool yourself. I'll pull one of these Black Moon astrology cards. So yeah, it's the 6th house. It's the routine. We got to do the things in our daily life that give us the best right now. Like, why would we put things in our routine or in our environment or in our just daily life that aren't gonna give us the best right now? Like, we got to figure these things out and just make the call. It's like, okay, that's what I need to do. That's what I need to focus on. That's going to give me the happier life, the healthier life, the better life. And it's the bad routines in life that can slowly drag you down, or keeping people in your life that are dragging you down. There's no reason. There's no reason to keep people in your life that aren't giving you the best right now. So it is a time to switch up the routine. I mean, that is a very Virgo-esque card. We got to tidy up our lives and give ourselves the best, and today's a good chance to do it. Mars is stationed, about to go retrograde for 3 months. So, but then Jupiter's making great aspects to the Sun, about to go direct on Saturday, sextiling Neptune. It's like the ultimate gift is within you, deep within you, and it's that purity of your heart and making the reality what you want it, making the structure of your life what you want it. But sometimes you got to ditch things that aren't giving you the ultimate. I love you guys all very much. I hope that I can make videos for you for the rest of the week. If not, California doesn't like to give everybody power. I love you guys. I'll catch you tomorrow, hopefully. Peace.